right? And from what I've taught you, you need many things to make this design. You can see something like a pillar on top of the effect. You can see this pillar. How do we get these things when you are designing? You can see this shaka shaka background. What do we call it? What is the name? And you can see the name of the ministers. And in our last class that I had with you people, I taught you how to do this picture like this. That the picture of the man of God is jumping out of a box or a circle. I got this one, so I'm not going to go back to it, right? Then, by looking at this design, this is 4 by 5. I also explained what 4 by 5 uh, inches design is in our last class. I did that. So it's assumed if I'm going to design this, so first thing is that this is my workspace. So this is in inches. So I'll go here and define my workspace. This is 4 by 5, and then I'll enter. This is my workspace. This is my Canva. This is my design space. If you check this, if you place this very well, you see that this is the exact size. And I told you people about design. Design starts with you getting the right size first. Over time, I've designed so that once I see a design from someone, I can just quickly tell this is it. If it's square, let's say it's square, when you see it, you know it's square, but this is 4 by 5. So this is what we have. And what I told you is that we can't add color to this empty box. You have to go to your rectangle and double click. 1, 2, just double click. Your workspace will appear. Then this is the workspace you can color. But this empty space, this canvas, this drawing space, not whole. It's just like this is your table. Find your table. You want to draw something, and this work you want to draw, you've defined it that is a large work. It means I need a large table. So you've actually defined the table. Now you have brought your empty paper and you've laid it on the table. And I told you if you keep this thing anywhere on this page, if you just press P, it's going to come to the center of the table. And I explained to you why you need to remove the border of this your workspace. So right click on no color here to go off. So this is the first thing, we have defined our workspace. So what do we have in this design? We can see we have a gray kind of background, a gray background. Then we have this, what do we call this? Let's say you want to search for this purple, this, what do we call it? Some people, like sometimes if I want to use this purple, this shaka shaka, I call it torn paper. So let me quickly go to here and then I'll just search torn paper um, background.
Hello, sir. I can't see your screen, sir.
You can't see my screen.
No, sir.
I think
We
few other
first
people.
we are able to see.
Refresh, or you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we can see. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
if you
we
are
can
not
see your
seeing it,
screen.
please hit equal and join back.
Hello, sir.
So I just went here and I searched for
Okay, sir.
torn paper background. You can see there are many torn paper background, but there is the one we are looking for. This is something we are looking for, something like this. What we're looking for. This is the type of torn paper background we are looking for. This is the type we are looking for. So if I go for this, this is what I will pick up. So torn paper background. And many of us, you've been seeing those type of thing in design, but you don't know the name you can use to search it. So just use torn paper and you are going to get it. Please mute your mic. Someone's mic is open. I'm recording this class, please. So this is what I search with. Torn paper, like paper you tear, torn paper background. So you can come here and then paste it. I copied this, so I've pasted it. This is it. So how do we change this color to purple? How do we convert this? There is what we call vector images. There's what we call bitmap images. And bitmap in CorelDRAW, you can see trace bitmap. Bitmaps in CorelDRAW, let's say when you have an icon, you download icon. I'm going to practicalize something. Let me download YouTube logo or icon, YouTube icon. Let's say I download this YouTube icon and it's red, but you see in some design that the YouTube icon color is either black, and you're asking yourself as a designer, how do people change YouTube icons from red, normally it's red, they now change it to black or any other color that they want to use for their design. So when you bring in this, let me use this icon first. When you bring this logo, you just go here. You have to select it. I told you anything you are doing in CorelDRAW, you have to select it. So when you select this, you see this option will come out, trace bitmap. Let me click out. There is nothing showing here. I'm outside the page. But if you select it, this trace bitmap will come out. Just click on trace bitmap. Quick trace. Let's do quick trace first. Quick trace. It has traced this thing. This is the first one we brought in. That is a block image. What this block image, this bitmap, this block image, bitmap means is that you can't change the color. If I select color, it's not changing, nothing will change because it's a block image. It's just like your studio picture. If you bring it here and click, it will not change. But we have to convert it. We have to convert it to a vector image that we can work on, right? So now that I've traced it, let me keep this one outside. But this one that appears as a result of our tracing, you can see this thing showing us a sign of to ungroup. It's already a grouped image. So we select this and we go here and ungroup it, or you do Control U. So you can see I'm dismantling this image. This was the background. You can see the background. I'm removing the background. You can see this color now. And you see that the color is showing here. If I change it, I can change it to another color. You can see the color is showing because we have traced it open. See, you have traced it. So you can confidently change this one to any color you want. Or if you return this, Ctrl Z, I've returned it. I can say, okay, I want this one to be this color and I want this one to be white. And you now group it back and take it back to your design. I'm deleting this. Then I'm also deleting this border. I don't need it like this. You select this red, delete it. But many a times you see that the edges are rough for if the image is not a good image. So if the edges are rough, just select your shape tool. Come here and select like two here we are working on. I think we need a flyer back so it will learn better. This thing is just taking so many of our time. Like I said, I want to just explain that design, then you people will go ahead. Is like an assignment. So it's an assignment, but learning the concept so that it don't you people just see how simple it is to design this. So this is where we are. Are we together, please? I need feedback. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you clearly, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So first thing we got was I told you how to get this paper. This purple paper you can see in this design. We went on Pinterest and we searched for tone paper, so we got it right. Then I wanted to explain to you how to get it earlier. Then I used to example. There is a tool called trace bitmap. When you select this is your block image called bitmap and you click here, you are going to see quick trace. That is the first one. There are about many options here, like detail logo. When you are doing logo creation and some of those things, use this quick trace. It's one of the most important tools I use for designing because I do a whole lot of excuse me, I do a whole lot of things with it. So just by selecting this, you do quick trace. It's going to convert this block image to a vector image for you. Vector image meaning images that you can change their colors. Look at it now. I'm deleting this. You can see that you can change it to any color because you have converted it. And you can delete this part if you don't want it. You can delete this red if you don't want it. You can select this and delete if you don't want it. And I told you this was where I was before my system screen went off. So I said these edges, if you see these edges, they are not smooth for me. I need to straighten it. So what you do, even when you are designing logo, this is just what you do. You select this shape tool. You use this shape tool. You can pick this thing 2 or 3. You just press your delete key on your keyboard. Look at this. You just 2. You can zoom in very well. You select this edge. 2. I'm skipping here. I'll select this. You can select this 4. You can select this. So you can use this like this to straighten up your images. See this one, 2 like this and 2 like this. I recommend you do 2 or 3 if you want to. So you can just use this to straighten the edges of your.
Hello, sir. After selecting, do you delete?
Yes, when you select, you delete. That is what I'm doing. You select and delete. You can
Okay.
select one and delete.
Okay.
You can see the shape
Okay.
is a bit better compared to before. But this just by the way. This is very basic. But there is a tool such as when you have block image, you can use it to delete. So many of us may have seen something like, let me bring in this picture. I want to just do something simple. I don't want something that will consume our space. I don't want something that will shut down my system again. Sorry, my system is just, I'm using a very basic system. Um, my wife's birthday was few days back, so I made a design for her. Okay, I'm trying to get. Okay, let me use this. Let me use this. So I want to show something that many of us you may have seen it, but you don't know. So um I want to do something. I made this design today. This very design just today. So I want to, if I select this thing and I do quick trace, if I do quick trace, it's going to take 2, but the effect is going to apply. Sorry, it's taking a little while. I should have dropped this image before doing this. It will take a little while. I want to just show us something out of normal. So while we wait for this guy, the we have nylon effect, right? So how did they bring this nylon effect? The nylon effect is as if they use nylon to cover this design. It's an effect. So how did they do it? Many people use it to design. I use it to design. You can still see this nylon effect, and if you check, you see it. So what you can just come here and search nylon effect background. So you are going to see, even if it's last once, you see nylon. You can see this nylon effect. This nylon, and that nylon. So till we get what we want, you can select what you want when you see it. Can select what you want when you see it. I've not seen what I have to use for. So this is nylon effect. This is not bad, but um Okay. Okay. This is another nylon. Okay. Let me pick one and then check for more under it. Let me just pick something. So this one that's around it. This is nylon thread. Right. Uh, other nylon effects. Um, this okay. Okay, see nylon effects. So let me see if I can pick this. This is another nylon effect thing to this other last one. So I've copied it. Okay, this is what I wanted to show us. Some people see this. There was a time I was making money that people want their image to convert it like cartoon. AI now don't come spoil work for us. This thing is not clear because it's not the original image. If you use the original picture and do this, just trace bitmap, you can pick, disassemble it, ungroup it, and then change color of some of the part of this person. I believe we can relate. We've seen something like this before, right? So this is just how to do it with
Yes.
CorelDRAW. So just if this is the original picture, studio picture, if I trace it, it's going to be more realistic than this. This is looking more rough, right? So you can do this, you can change the colors of the parts of the image to recreate what you want. So this is just how to do it. Select the picture and just do quick trace. Trace, that is trace bitmap. You can do quick trace, you can come and do outline trace. I prefer using this detail logo trace. When you do this detail logo trace or this logo trace, it will give a detail of what you are tracing. Yes, it does that. So you can practice it and see the output. So that is that with that, guys. So we need it. We need this effect I just showed you, this quick trace, for us to trace this guy so we can change the color or add a background to it. So that is what I want. That's why I started by telling you that. So when we have this, we are going to do, let me do use detail logo trace. So I want to use detail logo trace. It's still loading. So this is what we have. But this detail now, I'm going to pull it inside. I want to see those these rough edges. I want to see it more detail to my work. So I'll just do this. So this is what I have. I can delete the original. So I have this now. I can change the color of this. You can see I can change the color. This is it. I can change the color. If I go and say if I come here, okay, I copy this nylon. Let me keep the nylon we copied already. So if I come here and said I need a purple background, let me just pick any purple background at random. I pick this. Then I copy this. Then I come this. So if I can power clip. I've taught you power clipping. See, I've power clipped this thing inside. It's power clipped. It's inside now. So we've achieved our the first thing we need. So this is our turn paper effect. Turn paper effect is first thing. And don't forget our workspace. We say our workspace should be what? I'm using inches now. We are using 4 by 5. So this 4 by 5. Then I double click this to create our workspace. So I can decide to say, okay, what is the first background here? Let me say I need a gray, a gray, let me just call it a gray, uh, background. Let me say a gray background. I need a gray background, for instance. Let me say gray metallic background. Uh, okay, I need this. There is something that I need this for an effect. One effect I use so much, so I use it to teach you people something. So this week is practical. This month is practical. So why is this here now? Giving me. Is this a video? Maybe it's a video or GIF. Why is giving? It's not copying. Okay, let me use this. Okay, I'll drop this. In one design I do, most times you see many of these effects. If I give you my work to edit, you confuse because I'll use many things upon many things just to achieve what I want. So many times you, if I give you the raw of my work, you know that I just what I did. That is one thing with CorelDRAW. CorelDRAW does not. It has layers. Use layers to design, but not everybody uses layer to. Not everyone use layer to design in CorelDRAW. So I believe we're together. Basically, let me manipulate this one. So let's work on this blur. I'm going to use motion blur for this. I want to use motion blur for this. So I want to use motion blur for this. I'll use motion blur. Then I'm power clipping it inside our workspace. Then I'm removing the outline of this workspace. Then I'm dropping this. So let's just serve as our main background. Then I'm power clipping this one also inside. But this time around, okay. This time around I'm reducing it. I'm holding my shift as I'm reducing. And first one of the things I taught you was to create your double click paste. The first thing I taught you was to, okay, let me delete this. I taught people something when we started this CorelDRAW thing. Let me bring this up. I told you can reduce this and you create your boundaries, your layouts. So before somebody will be like, I did not do that. And I gave you reasons why we do that so that we can be able to know how to lay our elements. So this thing now, I can boldly say, okay, this is where I want to lay it. You can increase it this way small if you want, depending on what you're working on. So this is what we have so far. We have this. And there is a nylon effect. I'm picking this nylon and I'm going to keep it inside. I'll bring this nylon inside. Then I'm going to drop it on top. This is the nylon. I'll drop it on top. How do I change this white now? This nylon is white. How do I correct the effect? What I do is I select this and I'll go to transparency. If you do uniform transparency, you may not get it completely. Uniform transparency will help you, but you will not get it. So I'm not doing uniform transparency. I'm selecting this Then I'm going to transparency. This is the option I need on top. I've selected the object and I click transparency. This option will show for me. This normal is showing me which merging mode do I want to use. It's in normal, but there is another one called add. There is another one called overlay. This is my favorite, one of my favorite. I use just a few here. I use add, I use overlay, and I use screen sometimes. Then I use soft light. See soft light. Then look at overlay. Anything you want to do, one of these effects, one of these merging mode will work for you. It will definitely work for you, no matter what you want to do. So here we come here. This is what we have so far. This is what we have. Our work is coming alive. We are not using exactly what the person that designed this used, but our work is coming alive. Abi? So you can see this one. Let me take it to the extreme. You can say, okay, maybe the white of this nylon effect is much. Hope we're together. I need feedback, please. Is someone hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Thank you. So maybe the white here is too much. All you just do is select it, then go to your effects, then go to adjust, then go to gamma. Gamma is to tune it down to color, one of the color correction tools. So you can just go to gamma and reduce it. So when you reduce it, you see that the effect will be more pronounced, right? I'm reducing the darkness. So you can see this. You can see the effect is almost looking like this other one. Then you can see all the lights. See the lights. You can see all the lights around this. Okay. Let me, for the sake of those that started with us late and those that have not been attending classes, for your sake and the sake of God and the sake of say we are still in this together, all of us, let me just repeat something I've taught you in first class. And some of us have not gone back to watch the videos on the YouTube. So let me just do something simple to help us. I'm looking for a picture to use. I'm not seeing a headshot. Okay, there is a work I designed. Okay, let me collect this lady's picture. So how did they achieve this? You see that this pastor is jumping out of this box. How did they do it? Let me just repeat it for the sake, but we've done it before. So this is the box. I've created the box. I've created it. Then the edges, the box, you can see this box has curved edges. The edges are curved. Then I'll select shape tool. This is our shape tool. Then I'll hold this point and I'll curve the edges. I've curved the edges. Then this is the lady's picture I'm bringing to use for this my design. Okay. So this is the picture I want to use. So what I'll do, I taught you. Let's assume we are using this same exact background color. Let's say it's ash. That's what I want to use. So I'll color this box and remove the outline. Then I'll duplicate it. I'll 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 duplicate this box. Let me just duplicate the box. Control this to duplicate. You can see this. So this is the first box. Let me label this one this color. Then I'll label this one yellow. So what I'll do, I taught you something. You right click on this and convert it to curve. Control Q. You convert this one to curve. Convert it to curve. And that is the one on top. Yes. Then you right click on this and power clip this lady into this box. It's assumed that her hair, you can see her hair is cutting off. If we open this, okay, if we select this and say okay edit, you can see part of her hair is cutting out. Then let's finish. All you just do is to take your shape tool, come here and pull it up. We want to see her full hair coming out of that box. Then what you do, remove color from this, then bring it back, drop this like this, do center, centralize, then do bottom. If we want this her hand where she's carrying book to show, just select shape tool, come to this place. You've already worked on this, double click on this. I've taught you all these ones. You can see, you can see I don't want this one to show. It's as if she's jumping out of the main box. You can see it. We've done this before, so it's just a recap. You can see that it's as if this lady is jumping out of this box. It's exactly what they did here. It's as if this pastor is jumping out of, you can see this, as if they are jumping out of this box. It's just like what we just did. As if the lady is jumping out of this box. So that effect, you now select everything. Okay, let me change this inside back to, I'm holding alternate. I'm holding alternate. I'm trying to select this box inside, but this one is overshadowing me. So all I just do is to hold my alternate and I'll keep selecting till it will show me that I've selected the box, and I can change the color to what I want. So all you just do is select the two and group it. Then you can reduce the size using holding your shift so that you reduce it. Then you can duplicate this and create as many of these things you are creating for. So this is the one we've created. Then I want to power clip this image inside this background. There is this light effect. You can see some light effect here. So that's why I kept this. So let me copy it now and go back. And I'll paste this light effect on top of this my design. Sometimes you see people do design, you are seeing plenty light effect on it. So this is one of the ways you achieve the light effect. Still select this design. Select the part you want to appear on your work. P. Right? Then select your transparency tool. Still repeat the same thing we did. Is in normal, the blend mode is normal. See add. Add. This is add. This is soft light. This is overlay. Then this add. This add, you can reduce the transparency of this add if it's what you want to use. If it's soft light you want to use, you can go ahead. Let me see this. So let me say I want to use soft light. And I'm reducing this. This lady's face that you can see her face is picking some of those lights. You can see this light in this design. So many times the light is not uniform. You can see the light, but let's transparent this light, some part of it. We have done transparency on this light, some part of it, like this. And we are seeing that the light is showing only in one part. This part is having the light. So if we go in and select this and invert it like this, you can see that the light is here, just on this part of the work. You can see this. This is where the light is. So this is one of those things you do. This is how to add your light. This one, I want to reduce the blurry effect. Okay, let me use this and reduce it. Use blur, Gaussian blur. Okay, so you can see the blur of the main background has reduced because I want to add another effect. There's another effect I want to add. You can just go here search for um okay, I think this was the effect I picked up. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, let me pick this. You can see effects like this in this the original design. You can see it here. There's effects like this. You can decide to turn it this way if you want, anyhow you want. You are the designer. So it's the same thing we are repeating. It's just the same thing that we are repeating. Come here, reduce it, reduce the top, press this, then select your transparency tool. Go and blend, change the blend mode. Finish. Go and change the blend mode. See this blend mode. Then reduce the opacity. Reduce the opacity. Then let me bring this one out, this one up. Shift and page up. Then I want to also bring this light up. Shift and page up. So you can see something like this body zigzag, this thing on the design. You can see it. Just for you to download your own, something like that and use. Then you repeat all the information. Then this one, this pillar is there too. The light effect is appearing. If we just go to Pinterest and for pillar, golden pillar. Let me try gold pillar. Just for you to pick one pillar that will blend with what you want to do. You can see different pillars. So the one you want, when you pick, download and remove the background. Look at what they just threw this pillar like this. Change the orientation, change the angle. Same thing with this. Same thing with this crown. They just drop it here, reversed it. So if you go here and search for purple crown, there are purple crowns, purple crowns. Just for you to be diligent to search for this thing and you are going to see. So you pick up what you want and drop it in the work. And this one, you can see this thing. What did they call it? How do you search for it? I think it's hand draw hand drawn circle. Hand drawn circle. Look at it, hand drawn circle. If you just pick the one you want and use it for your work. So these are some of the names you use in searching for this. You can pick this one now. Let me copy it. Then when you come here, paste it. Okay, that thing didn't pick. Copy. Then come here, paste it. If you come here and if you select it and do quick trace. It has done quick trace for you. Delete the original. Then ungroup this one. Delete this. Delete this. And then you can change the color of this one to anything you want. You can change the color. Say you pick this is the color you want. You can just add it to the color. Then it needs grouping. So you group. You can use it for your work. Anything. So hand drawn circle, you get that one. Then is there any other thing in this design that we can't get? This one too is paper torn paper. So get it to use it. I think I've explained everything about this design. Same thing as this. Torn paper. Get exactly what looks like this and use it. I want to get your question about what we've just learned.
Okay, sir. I think below the pillars,
Hmm.
there are shadow effects there. I don't know.
Okay. Is it this one or
Yes,
this
if
one?
you can. Yes, the two pillars, there are shadow effects.
On the two pillars, right?
Yes, yes, just below them.
Okay. So I'm not really that fond of pillar, but let me use this to explain. If you have this, for instance, let's assume this is the pillar. So this is your shadow effect. This shadow. When you see this one is a shadow. So you select your shadow. When you select your shadow, when you click on the object, you just drag it out small and it's creating a shadow effect. You can see a shadow effect. This is you can see the shadow effect is created. This shadow effect. So you can create shadow effect on your object. So if you bring that pillar, you can create your shadow effect with it on it. Any other question, please?
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Sir, it's just the recording. I don't know whether because I've not been following. The network is bad. I was just listening to the audio.
It's recorded. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Any other question, please? I'm giving you people this thing as an assignment. So you are going to go ahead to design it for me, please.
Okay, sir.
Ah, this is not a class that if you don't design, I will kick you out. I will not kick anybody out. You see me sometimes, people are leaving the group and new people are joining. And
Yes.
so what we are doing, if you don't do your assignment, you are the one losing. If you do your assignments, you come here and ask questions, I will explain to you and you become better with time. So always do your assignment. We are going to do this assignment. I believe it's something we can do, right?
Yes, sir.
Is there any
Hello, sir.
question? Ah,
Can you hear me, sir?
yeah, I can hear you.
Please, the design, the assignment you are giving us, is it this exact design we are going to do? Like
Yeah,
this flyer?
you are doing this flyer. You can change the faces of the people, but get me exactly this.
Okay, so,
Exactly this.
okay, the flyer,
Exact.
where can I get the flyer, sir? Where can we
Post
get
it.
it?
I'm going to post it now on the WhatsApp group.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, please don't forget to post the link for the other this you told us that you help us and get it.
Okay. It's okay.
Yes, sir.
I'll post some of
Yes,
those
sir.
things tomorrow. But for
Okay,
the
thank you very
assignment,
much.
I'm posting it now.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Oh, how was the class? Hope is we are good. We've learned something new
Yes,
today,
sir.
right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Other persons, have we learned something new?
Yes, sure, sure.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. God bless you, everyone. So, um,
Okay.
I will just be dropping assignments. How was the pictures treated? Okay, the rough surface of the picture. How that picture is rough. I think I've taught it in one of our classes, but let me just explain it again. Somebody is asking how was the pictures treated. So, can you see my screen again?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I can see your screen, sir.
Okay, let me use this lady's picture as an example. Let me go back to this. Thank you so much, Mr. Rinze. Okay, this is this lady's picture. I did this when I was teaching with Apostle Edu and his sister's design. I've taught you that. So adjust your coloring. You don't need to do too much in your coloring. Just keep it very simple. It has applied the last thing I did on my design. So the last thing I did, this is a colored picture. I just came to saturation and I dropped it. You can drop the picture will change to black and white when you drop your saturation. You can drop it fully. The saturation. You can drop it halfway. The picture is in between being black and white and small color. So let's return this to the original. So let me just reset it. Then you can reduce your shadow. You can increase your brightness more. Just small. Then increase your contrast more. So the image is having a new look. So if you want to make it more blue, you can increase this. The picture theme become more blue. If you want to change it this way, picture become this way. So these are little things you just apply in your pictures. These are just little things you apply. Then you can decide to pull it to green. Your picture become more greenish. Can pink become pinkish. So but want it to be here in between. Want it to be here. So depending on the theme of the design you are making, you can decide to, you see this picture is having a tone of pink. If I drop it on this pink on this purple background, it will be very fine. This was the original. The original, you can see the two of them. This is the one that we've edited. This is the original. We've added small pronounced pink to this. This one was a bit little flat. And if you see it on this purple background, it's very beautiful. So how do we, this is what he's asking. How do we work on this our picture to have this rough feel? Most churches are using it now. So what you just do is very simple. Zoom in close. I want you to see what I'm doing. Then go to effects. Then go to test sharpen. The sharpen you need is on sharp mask. You select this on sharp mask. You can see this. It's already applying, but you need to tune it down. It's too much. You can reduce this small. Then drop this radius. You can see this. It's very sharpened. This is beautiful. This one is 3 and I drop this one to 244. If I say okay now, I've achieved my own sharpen. You can see how sharpened it is. Right? This was the previous image. It was flat. See how flat it was. Then this is the one I've worked on. See how sharpened it is. So you can just use this to make your design. So I think we'll call it a day here. Any other question? Any other question? I'm not sure there is any other question.